What it do, Zilla Gang? It is your girl Des, and I am back again, but I'm back with a slightly different spin. This will be my official first episode of my visual podcast of Real Talks with Des. If you did not know, I do have an Apple podcast. I will link it below where you can go and view the whole first season. But the second season will be visual. It will be here live on YouTube. I will be uploading weekly. So what I need you guys to do is hit that subscribe button. Also, tap the bell so that you'll be notified once I post the video. And make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe, and you share. And comment, talk to me in the comments. Let me know if this is something that is really helping you, or you know that it helped a friend. Comment, talk to your girl, because you know I want to talk, you know. And without further ado, we're going to get into the first episode. So stay tuned. Okay, y'all, so we are here. This is episode number 1. Let's get into it. The name of my podcast is Real Talks with Des. So what are we going to be doing? We're going to be having some real talks. With who? Me? Yeah, Des. Okay, so let's get into it. Period. So I had been seeing a lot of videos on YouTube about high value women and what high value women are. And if you're familiar with Kevin Samuels, I think that's his name, he's always like talking about his perspective of what a high value man is and what a high value man wants out of a woman, right? So I'm here to chime in on that and give my perspective, as well as talk about what it's like trying to really find your purpose in life, right? What God sent you here for, right? Whenever I'm asked the question of what is my greatest fear? My greatest fear is me getting back up to God and him telling me to depart from him because I did not do what he essentially sent me here to do. We are all here on an assignment. There's something that you can do like no other, and that's the reason why God sent you here to do it. So that's the first thing that I want to point out. You have a purpose. If you are still here, you are still breathing, you're still going, you have a purpose. I understand that life can get hard, sis. I understand that life could get hard, bro. Trust me, I've been in the thick of it and probably still got some more to go. But the fact of the matter is, I want you to understand that you don't ever go through anything just for you, right? You always go through an experience. You always learn a lesson so that you can teach someone else, right? And so that was the purpose of me starting back up my podcast, because I was kind of confused on what my purpose was here on earth, right? I knew that God had sent me here to do something, but I'm like, okay, God, what is it? I know that I genuinely get pleasure out of helping my friends, out of helping my family, and I know that a part of my purpose is ministry. And it may be ministry to young people, it may be ministry to young people, but I know that it is ministry. My biggest thing that I want you guys to understand is that you do not have to be this perfect person for God to love you, right? Just how I'm sitting here talking to you guys, it's the same way that I sit and I talk to God and I pray and I have a relationship with God. I will tell anybody, I am not a part of any religion. I am in a relationship with God. Relationship with God is spending quality time with God, consulting with him before you make certain decisions. These are the things that he wants you to do. You don't have to be on your knees praying the holier than thou and God said in the beginning, let there be light, and God don't need all that from you. He wants you to be real raw, and he wants you to be you. He wants you to be who you are, because he cannot, the devil trying to get me, y'all. He cannot work through you and work things out for you if you're presenting yourself to him as somebody that you're not. If you are being fraudulent with God, he gonna leave you in that fraudulent state, because he wants who you truly are. So my thing is, if you're looking for your mission, tap into the desires of your heart, right? God gives us ideas. And that very thing that you might be like, dang, that would be a good idea, but man, everybody doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, what would I bring? Everybody doing it, but everybody can't do it like you. You understand what I'm saying? It's 1,001 people that are on YouTube that are trying to be motivational speakers and this and this and that. I'm not into all that. I'm just trying to be Destiny, and I'm trying to do what God wants me to do. And that's how you have to look at it. You know, if you want to be the next poppin' Atlanta hairstylist or whatever, wherever you are, go for it, sis. If you want to start that makeup line, go for it, sis. If you want to start that clothing line, go for it, sis. And understand this. Don't let yourself be the reason why you missed your mark, why you didn't fulfill your assignment. Because I had to have that true, like that real deal conversation with myself. Like, listen, you're the one that's holding you back. Whether it be your laziness, whether it be you procrastinating, you cannot blame anybody for where you are in your life but you. And if you don't like it, you still have breath in your body to get up and change it. So do it, right? Me starting this podcast was a part of me telling myself, okay, yeah, it's time to get up and do it. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it done. Because I can't be up in front of God like, well, God, I had to get up for work at 8 o'clock in the morning. That's why I couldn't get up and do it. Because he's not going to want to hear nothing there. He's going to say, depart from me. And I can't be burning. I don't even like the summertime like that. You know what I'm saying? So I know that hell is not for me. I can't do it. I want to be cute. My makeup is not going to stay on like this in hell. I'm just playing. But not for real. Like, you know. But that was the first part of the podcast that I just really wanted to tap in with y'all. If you have a dream, go for it. Go for it 110%, full throttle. My Uncle Rico told me one time, he said, nothing beats a failure but to try. Let me say it again. Nothing beats a failure but to try. I believe that if you go at something 110% and you give it your all, and you don't make it that first time, what did Leah say? Well, if at first you don't succeed, pick yourself up, baby, and try it again. Yeah. God took several losses before he actually began to win. You understand what I'm saying? That's the beauty of the situation. And stop complaining about where you are in your life right now. I used to be the same way, and I had to understand that there's power in where you are right now. Stop trying to rush your process, right? You have to be thankful and grateful for where you are in this moment. Because if you're not, you'll be so worried about the next thing that you'll miss the joy that comes where you are right now. Where you are right now, man, it's not going to be your have all be all, but you prayed to be here. You understand what I'm saying? I prayed to have my own apartment, have my own space. I prayed to have a good job. I prayed to have my own vehicle. These are moments that I'm in right now, so be grateful. God said if you're grateful over little things, that's how you get blessed with more, right? So if you're like, man, I just don't know what God want me to do, pray, consult with him. Ain't that what I said in the beginning? Consult with him, talk to him. I have these same conversations with God. God, what do you want from Destiny? Right? What do you want from me? And I ain't trying to do it like nobody else. I want my own lane. What did you put me here to do? Tell me, show me, make it clear to me. You know? And that was the purpose of me starting this podcast. Right? So that was the first point. Figuring out your mission in life, consult with God, talk to God, pray, speak to him, ask him. Clear as day. God, show me, reveal what it is that you want from me, right? Okay, hopping into the second part of my podcast, I kept hearing so much about high value women. Let me sip my tea. If you are familiar with Kevin Samuels, he's the guy who basically demeans women who come on his live. Now, I'm not going to say that some things that he says to them aren't true, but I believe that it's not what you say, it's how you say it to people, right? And he has this huge opinion about what he thinks a high value man is and what type of woman he thinks a high value man would want, right? For me, being a high value woman has nothing to do with materialistic things. Being a high value woman has nothing to do with the significant other that you have and what they may have, right? Being a high value woman starts with you, and it don't start with your outer. It starts with who you are at your core. That to me is what a high value woman is. Right now, I know that I am not at my fullest potential, but if you ask me, am I a high value woman? I am. I'm a high value woman because I love the Lord. I am a high value woman because I love myself. I'm a high value woman because I love my family. I love my friends. I'm a high value woman because when I have an ideal, when I have something in my mind, I will go at it full throttle. I am a high value woman because I believe in me, right? I am a high value woman because I have respect for myself. I am a high value woman because I can take care of myself, right? I am a high value woman because I make decisions and I set boundaries that will show and project to others the respect that I have for myself. Being a high value woman starts with you. I know one of the first things that he asks women is, what do they rate themselves physically? To me, that's demeaning. And I feel like he does it in a way to humble women, right? But looks will fade, right? You have to know who you are at the core. For me, a high value man is not a man that makes 6, 7, 8 figures. Because you can have all that money and your heart be a mess. Your soul be a mess. You understand what I'm saying? So if that's what high value is deemed as these days, I don't want that. I would rather take a man with a pure heart, with a great soul, a man that's really after God, a man that's really after his purpose, over a man with 6, 7, 8 figures. You understand what I'm saying? So my thing, what I'm telling you guys is to stop paying attention to what everybody else deems as high value, right? You do not need validation from anybody, right, about the type of woman or man that you are. You set the price on you. Matter of fact, God set the price on you. And until you can see yourself in the way that he sees you, nobody else's opinion is important, right? You do not need to be able to be swayed by any of that. You set the definition of what you feel like a high value woman or man is to you. And you strive to be that every day. You strive to show up as that every single day. That's what sets you apart, right? Period. That's just my opinion. I see it so much. And it's just like people idolize people because they feel like, oh, they got all this money and they got this and they got that. And they're miserable. They're miserable because they're not aware of who they really are as individuals. It is so important. It's so important to really dig into who you are. A high value woman, oh, here go another one. Y'all might click off the video with this. But a high value woman is not afraid to be alone. What they be doing? They be snapping. Now they be snapping when they be listening to poetry and they make a good point. A high value woman is not afraid to be alone. You know why? Because she knows what she brings to the table and she's not afraid to sit there by herself. And I mean, and truly mean it. Not just for front. Not she do it for the front and then be crying behind doors. No. A high value woman is not afraid to walk away from anything or anybody who's trying to present her with less because she knows that she deserves more, right? A high value woman is willing to set boundaries in relationships, every single relationship, whether it be a romantic relationship or a friendship, because she knows what she gives and she knows what she deserves. That's what a high value woman does to me. And so that's what I strive to do every single day. Stop letting other people map out what you think is cool or what you think. No, you set the tone for you. This is your life. This is your movie and you're the main character. So what are you going to do? Because at the end of the day, when you get in front of God, he's not going to ask you about everybody else. He's going to ask you about you. And that's just that on that. That's on period. Okay? I don't want to talk y'all heads off, but I do want y'all to know and understand that I feel like this podcast is a part of my mission. I don't know where it's going to take me, but I trust God. I trust the vision that he gave me, and I am going to be consistent. I'm going to be consistent. I'm going to be very transparent, and I'm going to be very realistic in the podcast that I bring. Sometimes I might have some guests on with me, and most of the time it's probably just going to be me. But I want you guys to remember what I said in the beginning. Listen, I am still on my journey. It's some things that I didn't figure out until I got to 25. I just turned 25 a couple months ago. It's some things that I didn't figure out until I got there. I'm not judging you on your journey, sis. I'm not judging you on your journey, bro. But I know that you have greater potential, and I want us to get there together. You know what I'm saying? I want us to be able to put our heads together and get there together. That is the ultimate goal. I want y'all to not be strangers. You know what I'm saying? If you want to comment on something that I said, or, you know, even give me advice on something that I'm bringing to y'all, please do, as long as it's respectful. Because God's still working on me. I ain't there all the way yet. I ain't there all the way yet. You know what I'm saying? He working on me. So don't be disrespectful. But I'm here for it completely, right? I love y'all. I hope that y'all look forward to seeing more of my videos, because y'all will. And before we tap out of here, remember what I said. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell so that you will know when I post a new video. I'm not going to lock into a specific day that I'm going to be posting just yet. We're going to try to get you back to a week, okay? And I hope that y'all have a marvelous rest of the week. This video probably will be posted on maybe a Tuesday or Wednesday. So I hope that you guys have a marvelous rest of y'all week. Be safe. Make sure you set them boundaries. And don't forget, you set the tone on what you feel like is a high value woman or is a high value man. And if ever you are confused about your journey and what God wants you to do, tap in, sis. Yeah, tap in. Tap in, bro, and talk to God. Be real with him. Take that mask off and talk about it. Get real about it. Because that's the only way that you're going to receive your breakthrough, right? I love y'all. Y'all be good. Bye.